I came to get down. I came to get down. So get out your seats and jump around. Jump around. Okay, well, that's enough of that nonsense. I just wanted to show off my new skin and my brand new jukebox hidden record. I don't usually build jukeboxes, but I found a record and felt inclined to do it this time. Hey everybody, it's Will, and this is the roof of my citadel, and I absolutely 100% hate it. I hate this building, I hate this roof, I hate that I'm gonna have to look at it, but I'm not going to improve it. I'm also not gonna get rid of it. I'm just stuck with it. I'm trying not to be paralyzed by indecision. Oh. It's a good thing I put the armor on. Try not to be paralyzed anymore by builds I'm not happy with. I think a lot of us have a tendency to build something that we hate and then spend just way too much time working on it instead of moving on to another build. You know, that's not a good way to live. Sometimes looks grow on us, and I'm hoping that maybe this does, or that a new inspiration comes along at a later date. However, I'm with it now, so it's I didn't achieve what I was going for, but I'm gonna take the good with the bad. You take the good, you take the bad, you add them up, and there you have the facts of life. But for now, let's go to sleep. And we have a few things planned for today. So this is episode 2 of IHateWillCraft, which is a solo LP. Well, it's a solo LP for now, but I do have other folks playing on this server. But they're all asleep at this moment, because it is 1 a.m. Central Time, US, which is where we're all at. Stephanie's asleep. Paco's asleep. I assume he might be up, but he's not on now. It's just me. Now, what we're doing today, obviously, is we are building a bridge. We are building a diagonal bridge, actually, and I've never actually done this before, so I'm really looking forward to doing it. That's the adventure today, so hopefully nothing terrible happens. Though, as a viewer, probably hope something terrible happens to me, because that would probably be very entertaining. Let's get the inventory situation sorted. Okay. See, what we're doing with this world is that we are flushing it out. We are flushing it out. Before we can do that, however, we have to get some kind of road system built, some kind of infrastructure, some kind of lifeline artery set up, so that we know exactly where everything's going to be located. And that's what we're doing today. Okay. Boom. And a boom. That's how we do that, kids. And another one. And like that. And we do that. Oh yeah, that's how we do that. So you make the top of the W. Make the top of the M. Then you make the top of the W. And then you make the top of the M. That's how I remember to do it. Otherwise, I will screw it up. Now, a few things I wanted to talk about today, while I do this, is, So, as I build this, let's talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart. And that is television. I was raised as a latchkey kid, is the term. When I got home, Mom and Dad weren't home. They were coming home a little bit later from work. So there was large portions of my day where I was at home being babysit by the TV. And that's not a complain about my upbringing or anything. I actually enjoyed it. I wasn't a terrible kid or anything. So, no harm, no foul, really. But I grew up with an appreciation for television because we did have cable, and I was able to to watch so much older TV. So I have this great appreciation for television. You can name me a decade of television, and I will tell you my top 3 favorite shows from that time. I'm a big fan of shows like Dragnet and Get Smart from the 60s and 50s. Well, Dragnet more in the 50s and 60s, but Get Smart certainly in the 60s. Very big fan of those shows. Dragnet's in my opinion, one of the most underappreciated, most important shows in the history of television. You know, if you don't know it, look it up. Police procedural. Now, right now, I'm rewatching a few things. I have a list of shows that I rewatch every year, no matter what. And that show that I'm currently watching now is The Wire. That's one of the shows that I watch. I'd say I watch it about every other year. I do the same thing with The Sopranos. I switch them off. And the same is true with a lot of the HBO shows. I watch Deadwood maybe every other year, Rome maybe every other year. There's most of the shows I enjoy were on HBO. And there's a good reason for that. It's because HBO makes the best product. HBO 10 years ago was making television that could compete with movies. They still are today. But so right now I'm watching The Wire, and every time I watch The Wire, I forget how fucking good it is. It's so goddamn good, man. It's just one of those shows that just sticks with you long after you stop watching it. You think about it, you have flashes of it again, and how powerful it is. I like to... Oh, that's screwed up. Damn it. Okay, we'll fix that in a little bit. But I every time I watch season 4 of The Wire, and it's particularly season 4 that I find powerful. It's so it's everything, man. It's just really every season of The Wire is spectacular, but for me, season 4 is just that killer season, man. It's just the thing with the school kids, so great. I hold it up. And as good as shows like Breaking Bad or The Sopranos or Battlestar Galactica even were, nothing competes with the power of season 4 of The Wire, man. It's just so good with the kids and the school systems and the corrupt politics. And well, it's not even the corrupt politics at that point. It's more of the political games during an election year. It's very fascinating. But if you guys haven't seen The Wire, you know, maybe you live in a country where it's a little harder to see, or perhaps you, maybe you're too young to have watched it the first time, because it is a 10-year-old show. Do yourself a favor. Is what I'm trying to say. Do yourself a favor, and go pick that shit up, man, because it is spectacular. All right, and I consider myself a very well, I should be more humble, but I think of myself as very TV savvy. You know, I don't watch bad TV. I won't stomach bad TV. So any suggestions I give to you for anything to watch, you might disagree with me on music or anything like that, or even games, but TV, fuck you, I know my shit. Alright. And top of the M, and the top of the W, and the top of the M, top of the W, and the top of the M. Oh, and by the way, if you disagree with my opinion of The Wire as being one of the greatest television shows of all time, and in particular season 4 being one of the most powerful seasons of all time, then there's something wrong with you. Alright, it's not me. It's not that my opinion is flawed, or that my opinion is suspect in any way. It's you. Alright, it's you. It's that simple. I mean, it's one of those shows that there's no arguments. It's great, or you're a Philistine. So I'm going to jump ahead because what I have to do now is collect spruce, and that's going to be very boring for you to watch. And I kind of blew my nut on the whole wire talk, and after I talk about the wire, I am exhausted because it brings back so many emotions and memories. But, so yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I have something to show you a little bit later. Alright, so I've finished collecting spruce. I went ahead and installed the supports for the bridge. I like the supports. I don't know how I feel about the bridge just yet, but that's what we have right now. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for the sides here, for the railing. But now we're gonna move on. That was a nice little jump. To something else that I worked on off camera a few nights ago, actually. In my first episode, I showed off my spider spawner farm. That was the first time I ever done that. I did watch a single tutorial from a gentleman named Onions. And I learned quite a bit putting that together. I didn't use redstone or anything, but I still learned quite a bit. And I found this zombie spawner. And I used what I learned from the spider spawner in order to make something little a design specifically for zombies. Didn't watch a tutorial for this one. I really did just learn as I did my spider spawner. And so I'm not quite sure the rules of the zombie spawner, if the lighting is going to affect it or anything, but they come out right there, and they wash down. They get collected in that little pit right there. There's half slabs down there, and then I just go crazy on them, man. Just go crazy. Made out of glass so that I could enjoy it and watch it. See what's cooking. I think that's fun. Little conveyor system. We're gonna let a few get in there, and I will be back. And then we will go ham on their asses. We're gonna go ham on their asses. Go for a swim, buddy. Okay, I'll be back. This is how we do it. Sorry for singing. We go crazy on them. We just go crazy. We go balls deep on them. We just keep stabbing them, slashing them, and we're just gonna kill them over and over again and collect all their XP. Now, when we first did this, I forgot about zombie children, and so they were just running through and going crazy on me. Sometimes, so they killed me a whole bunch of times while experimenting, you know, as one will when trying to trap zombies without knowing what they're doing. But I think it turned out okay. Maybe it could be smaller and quicker and more efficient, but it works for me. And for me, this is a good build because I'm kind of a Minecraft noob still. It's not complicated. Didn't take very long, so it works. That's the important thing. But that's it for this episode. I'm going to call it a day, call it a night, call it whatever you will. I'm signing off. This is Will. Have a wonderful day.